All right, we're on air. Yay. All right, I'm actually going to pull this out real quick. YouTube page, video embedded. Basically, what I'm going to do right now is you guys can really see what's going on with my glasses, can't you? Woohoo! Hang on. Close down. Okay, entertaining. I'm going to pull this link real quick here. I'm going to share it to my personal. See what's going on with my Facebook. I'm going to share it to my personal Facebook because I know there's a lot of kids who need a little bit of entertainment tonight. So I'm going to share it to them because I can. Hit up the live video, everybody, and show a little bit of love. Highly doubt it, but hey. All right. Come on. Over here. Let's see. Live vid. I should drop that down. Go. See the and figures. I get a freaking typo again. Ugh, I hate it. Hate typos, don't you? Edit. Make this look professional. As we all know, this is a heck of a long ways from professional. But anyhow, this is basically intended for the few people that are stuck at, who are at states for conference. So, I mean, this is kind of geared toward them. Sorry if y'all are expecting something more and you guys can't get it tonight, but sorry. It's geared toward them because they ain't got nothing else better to do. They can watch my lazy hind end and do some goofing off and tie a few flies, or not tie flies, but work with my fishing rod here. I'm gonna be re-stringing. Hasn't been strung in a while. I've got, I think it's got 30-pound. No, it's got 40-pound braid on it right now. It's a stick. I have no clue what it is. I think it's a medium heavy. But it's got a Alpha Shakespeare. Pretty beat up. This is my first one I got. And trust me, I went through a lot of braid trying to learn this BS. But I'll tell you one thing, bait catchers aren't easy when you're using braids. So what I'm going to do tonight is we're going to snip it. We're going to put some 12-pound fluorocarbon on it. So where's my scissors? Scissors. I have the wrong quick connect on this, so don't anybody bash me for this. I know I have the wrong quick connect. This is a catfish quick connect. All right, that's beside the point. Okay. Get rid of the top section. Pull the reel off this, maybe? I'm gonna leave the reel on. Okay. Basically, what I'm gonna do is free spool this, and I'm going to stick it somewhere. Stick it right there, because I can. And I'm just gonna coil all this up, coil it off of it. Just to get rid of it, basically, there's nothing really I can do with it. It's frayed to the point where it's pretty much pointless and useless to use for fishing. So it's kind of hopeless. But regardless, it's here if need be. Where's my phone? There it is. But this is all I'm going to be doing right now. I'm actually getting down to braid that I can probably use again. but I think I only had about 150 yards in total on this thing, and I might have 20 some left. Quick tip for y'all that are going to use baitcasters that are watching this in the archive. Do not, I repeat, if you're starting out with a baitcaster, do not, whatever you do not listen to anybody when they say, oh, use braid, it'll be the best you can buy. No. I went through probably, I don't know, the braid I was buying wasn't exactly cheap. I think it was like $25 for like 100 yards or 150 yards. I think it was freaking expensive. I was buying it online. I was buying the best. You know, just people said, "Don't buy the best. It'll be the best you can buy." And trust me, you shouldn't listen. But I was putting way too much on. I think they said 40-pound braid unless you're going after monster fish. Well, that's only bass fishing. I mean, for God's sakes. I was putting 100 yards on my bait caster, and I should have only been putting about 50 or 60. So it lasted a little bit longer. But I don't listen. I mean, for God's sakes, I am who I am. Y'all that's been with the channel a while know that for a fact. I am who I am, and I'm not going to change for anybody unless I'm getting something better out of it. I'm not changing for anybody. So, and my girlfriend might get that, or the girl I am seeing might get that reference. Not really dating. We haven't got that label yet, but we're close enough that it's not really going to matter to me whether we say, "Oh yeah, we're dating or not." I'm not going to do anything to be stupid. So. All right, we're getting down to the end of the braid, and most of this is probably still good, so I will keep it. I keep all my braid anymore because if I have an eyelet break, that's what they use. That's what I use if we have an eyelet break on the end of the poles. That's what I'll use as braid to finish out my. I'll tell you one thing: 40-pound braid is not the best to learn on, and neither is 30-pound. Especially when you're freaking buying it like freaking huge amounts of the time. It's stupid. Why? I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on a second, guys. I've got a big problem. I don't know why that shouldn't have linked to that. Uh-oh. That should not have linked. Okay, I got a problem. Big problem. This is the one that should be going to. Oh, good. And that just broke figures. My desk is falling apart. This is what it should be taking you to from now on. Hold on. Quick adjustment to this. Quick adjustment to this. Did not realize this was like this, or why this does, or it does this every time. So don't really know why it does it every time. All right, no. And I do update this quite frequently. Okay. Save changes. Now that should be what happens every time. But it won't do it. It doesn't do it every time. I don't know why. Live chat room. Ooh, excuse me. View on watch page. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm rocking the KFC tonight. Not sponsored, by the way. This is actually definitely not sponsored. That is actually tea. It did have KFC tea in it, but it's actually a mixture of tea and I'm trying to cut down on my sugar type consumption of processed sugars. So it actually has some homemade apple juice from not a few years ago. It's actually got like apple juice itself in it. That we like grab the apples from the store and process them easier. So now what? I'm gonna just grab this reel off here for right now. I actually, funny story about this reel. This reel has actually been broken for a year. It's actually been broken, and I've had people ask me, "Why does your reel sound like that?" It's not supposed to sound like that. Look at that phone. The girl is texting me. So it's Jacob. This is not what you guys think it is. Everybody want to know what it is? Take a guess. No, it's not snuff. If anybody wants to say that. It's actually, I don't want to spell them out here. It smells like wolf peach. It's 22 shells. It's actual 22 shells. It's a lot. I'm used to having, no, this is not me. Jake started carrying his around in an old snuff can, an old Grizzly can. Actually, no, I don't think it was Grizzly. I don't remember what it is or what it was. But he actually started carrying around in an old snuff can that his dad had. Actually, I think it was Grizzly. I think it was the Grizzly can that came out. That usually comes out around the same time Copenhagen comes out with a deer hunting can, the camo version. Do not ask me how I know that. But those are 22s. This, I actually have. This is actually my can. First can I chewed, last can I chewed. I actually do have another lid like this. So it's actually a wintergreen lid. Don't know where it went though. It kind of disappeared. I don't know. But Terrible Wolf, this stuff actually isn't too awful bad. I've had a dip out once. Not great, not bad, not horrible. Where's my reel? But this, on this reel, it shouldn't go. Now it's gonna make me out to be a liar. Okay. All right, fine then. Okay. There we go. This reel is actually broken. It actually broke like an hour after I bought it. I broke it myself, or accidentally broke it. So now the shaft inside wiggles quite a bit, and I need to get it fixed. But I haven't got around to get time to. I actually have another one of these reels, a brand new one that I bought. I've got two now. Actually, one is my cousin's. I've got this one, a black one, a new black one that I bought. It's actually made by Shakespeare, and it's actually I don't remember what it is right off the hand, but it is actually on the rod that came with this rod and reel combo. Because I want a more stiffer backbone when I'm setting hook on the fish with the braid. So I actually put this on the Predator series, which is actually a catfish rod. Quick little tip, there's actually a catfish rod for some reason I'm using bass. Besides the point. But anyway, let's get back to spooling up this rod. Where is my baby? Where's it at? Where's it at? I'm actually going to put probably, there it is. I'm probably going to put a, I don't know if I'll put braid backing. I'll put mono backing. I like the monofilament. I like it for like a main line. But I do like the fact that the braid is a little bit stronger. And if I keep a little bit of braid on the spool, it won't be too bad. So that's what I like about it. If you guys see the setup I have right now, you would die. But look at this. That shouldn't sound like that. That's not healthy. It actually did break about 3 days before I went to States last year. That doesn't sound good either. Listen to this. Ugh. The ball bearings are wearing out in it. I can only get about a year out of those kind of rods, or those kind of reels anyhow. Don't really know why. I only get a year out of it. Shirt. Crap. I've got this one here wrong. With fishing line, it's important that you get it on off the spool the same way you put it on the spool. It actually will help you quite a bit. I don't know why, to be honest with you, but I do know it actually works quite well, and it will help you out. So I'm going to actually tie up. I'm going to try to keep this on here with. Okay, we'll just tie it this way then. Do a clenchy knot. Do a small clench knot because I'm lazy and don't feel like tying anything major to get this wrap. Okay, that ain't gonna work. Let's get some drinking. Do a couple laps and usually do 2 laps when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Do like 3 round and rounds like this. I honestly have no system on how I tie these. I just tie them the way I usually tie them, and usually I get yelled at by people who try to undo my ties. Try to untie what I tied. Freaking BS. Okay. This is epic fail. This is what I run into when I try to do a live video. There we go. Get rid of that because it's useless. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tie it like I was tying, like I'd tie braid, because I have nothing else better to do in life than to tie monofilament with braid in a traditional knot, which is what I should have used to begin with, because it'll clench down on me. Okay, my knot will keep failing, but of course it won't matter if my knot fails, because if I have a fish that goes far enough to spool me anywhere I'm fishing around here, it deserves the right to be free, because it is freaking massive. If it is that big, it's going to shear this little 12-pound test like it wasn't even there. So it's not really good. I screwed up again. I got it right the first time. I screwed up again. Cut the wrong one. Damn. Anyway, frustration of a YouTuber. You try to get crap right first freaking time, and you fail. Horribly every time. Okay. What I should have done, I'm not trying to be stupid, what I should have done is rigged through this eyelet from the reel what I should have done, and then pulled it back through this. Trying to shut you guys off while I'm fiddling around with this stupid reel. And then put this one. Because I could just be an idiot and not do that. And basically all that accomplishes is, well, nothing. I actually got smart today. I got a shot of smarts I was looking for a while. I think it's the glasses. You think it's the glasses? I think it's the glasses where I get my smarts from. Anybody that's watching me right now that knows me personally is like, Dylan, you have no smarts. What is wrong with you? You have no smarts to begin with. And they're right, I don't. But sometimes I do have a spurt of smart ability in my body. And when I do, usually something bad ends up happening. Because that is when I decide I'm smarter than the system that's put into place to save and protect or tell me I can't do what I'm trying to do. So I do have that little bit of smarts. I think I wore my smarts out today when I was working. But I actually went to a particular store and put in a job application today because I was being smart and knew I needed cash to continue my hazardous lifestyle. I've actually done that a couple times, just so you guys don't get stupid on me or don't think I'm being stupid. I actually have, whoa, take off the tension a little bit. Okay. I just keep it a steady pace. But anyhow, the company I put an application in was Napa. And if any of you guys that are down south or have been living under a rock, I get a backlash. How do I get a backlash for reeling? How? How's that possible? Oh. How the heck I get a backlash when I'm just reeling in? I guess my G just wore out. Now, I am almost out of line in this spool. Thank goodness, because I'm pretty much done. I'm going to try to put the rest of this in. So this is going to basically be leader from now on. This is leader material now. So I'm going to just go ahead and flip this right there. Stop. Flip this right here. And we've got about, I know the reel's a little bit on the lopsided side, but I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It is lopsided. It's a little bit higher on this side than it is this side. It'll be fine. It'll be all okay. Why am I spooling this? Why am I? Okay. Okay. I think something wrong here. I think you guys might have just seen a reel fail. What am I just doing? There. I'm doing something else. Figures. Had the dang thing spooled the wrong way and it was being a butt. Anyhow, I'm gonna do thread the line up to here. Try not to lose my reel and be an idiot. I actually was putting this on the other day onto this particular hole. And I was putting it on, and I put the reel on backwards. I don't know. I dealt with a spinning rod the other day too, and I was laughing at somebody. It was on a YouTube video. I was laughing at somebody because they put the forget what it was. They put something on backwards. And yes, I'm gonna rig this up in two pieces because it is, I think it's a 6 foot, it's a 6'1" or a 6'2" rod, freaking monster rod. But what I use this braid for, and I do use dental floss too. Dental floss and wax, or polymer plastic works great too, to replace your eyelets on your to actually replace your eyelets on your pole. I've got plenty of old junk poles laying around that have an eyelet or two missing, like 4 missing. But some of them actually are in pretty good shape still. All right, show you how to tie this. Oh no! Show you how to tie this, and run this back through there. Work it down. Well, that sucked. Need a bottle. Because I worked all that spit up, and then it sucks. Swallow. I'm stupid. I'm sorry that you guys see me just spit up on camera because I was being stupid and trying to wet the line on the reel for some reason. Oh, look at the bend in that rod. Oh, I just freaking backlashed myself in that freaking. See, this is why I hate spooling up this particular pole with monofilament. I couldn't get any more braid. And I hate backlashes on camera. I really do. I usually, if and when I get my crap together and start editing videos, and I have lived out of my room for the past 6, 7, 8 hours. Set it up to record. Go! There we go. Perfect. But I actually have lived out of my room. I love that. I actually have lived out of my room for about 6. Well, what time was it? It was 10 o'clock. I've lived out of my room for about 6 hours this morning, and I actually got back in around 3. Took a quick nap, and got my butt back on the computer editing again. Next mission. Wrong one. Next mission. If you choose to accept it. Anybody get the reference there from any movie in the entire movie spectrum? Okay. I was gonna go catfishing tonight, but I have to get up. I have to get up early in the morning. So that went flying out the window about like a cat getting shot out of a cannon. What do we got to use? Oh, no. I only got a few left. I've only got like 2 left. These are not the ones I was going to use. These are 6/0 circle hooks. Then I'm going to snell with 50-pound monofilament big game, I think it is. Or I'm going to split with 40-pound braid, which I try not to use on my turtle rigs because it does tear up the mouth quite a bit. Some of you guys are probably asking why, probably saying, why does it matter if you're watching this in the archives? So you're probably going to be already saying, why does it matter? Because you're going to kill them anyhow. Yes, I am going to kill them. But I do know people that do want the turtles. So what I usually do in that case is I just want to get the turtles out of my fishing holes and away from some of the places I fish, so I can put my catfish back in, my big bass back into some of the places. I just want to get them out. I know they'll move back in. I just want to get them out. This right here, this hook, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 of them, I think, for $1 something. I think they were Gamakatsu hooks, 6/0 circle hooks. Circle hooks. I have 4/0 down there. I have 2 of those left, but those are for catfish. Actually, these are 2. I think I still have that video. I might. Hold on. It's on my phone. It's actually intended for YouTube. It was intended for YouTube. Never made it up. Never actually made it up on the YouTube. I don't. Just bear with me. It's good. Oh, you guys take a look at this. Hold on, Jake's phone. You guys take a look at this. No, I'm not taking that out, but take a look at this. Let's flip over to this camera. There we go. Take a look at this. This right here. If you guys can see it or not. There we go. This actually came out of up in the top of that tree up in there. It actually came out night before last. I was actually going up to film a video for you guys fishing. A big storm came in. I heard it about a mile away. Within a matter of 5 minutes, it was blowing through. And it was kind of interesting in a way. But that tree, Dad said the winds were straight winds. I call BS because I watched that tree. I was probably 50 yards from it, the base of it. I watched that tree setting this way. I watched that tree. Wait, no, I think it was sitting this way. Sitting this way. I watched that tree do a 360 and fall. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. I told Dad what happened. Dad goes, "Oh, there was no wind. There was no swirl to it. It was just straight wind." That tree, and then down. There was no to it. It was just twist and then fall. And done quite a bit of damage. Well, did no damage to the tree. But it did damage to the tree. But there's our road. There's our road. The road goes, check. Our road goes right up between where those things were going, so it was kind of weird. Right between those branches, right up straight through. Which it'll be 5 minutes, 10 minutes cleaning it up, so it'll be too bad. What am I doing? Oh, I lost it again. All right. Where are we? Oh, here it is. Going to. Don't know if you guys have seen this video. All right, guys. Yes. Right on top of it. Yep. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. In the water, in the glare, or not. Nope. I'm not going to be able to see it. You guys see that? Oh, almost had it right there. Almost had it right there. Yeah, I can't do it. But there's a big turtle. That sucker was that big around. That is about a foot. It was a foot from top tip of the shell, its head, to the bottom of the shell by its tail was good, every bit a foot. And it just dumbfounded me. I was like, whoa, that's a big turtle. And I've never been in this spot more than, I think the one. Lacey, settle! Dog, coon dog. But I've actually never been in this spot before now. Bunch of bluegill everywhere. I want to get that pond cleaned out. If I can get the owners cooperating. I want to get that pond cleaned out, maybe get those turtles out of there, and possibly work on getting some bigger bass in, and maybe some catfish. For private stocking reasons. Try to get. Here's this one. We're gonna zoom in. Here, I don't know if you guys can see. Oh no, he's not over here yet. I was trying to go through this video. I'm probably gonna go ahead and upload it. Just because it was done on my phone, so bear with me, guys. Even a second. He was literally staring right at me. He knew where I was at. He knew I was there. Can't frame my focus. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that. See the blob right there above the play button? That was his head. His head was the size of a softball. His head was literally the size of a softball. And that sucker weighed 30, 40 pounds. That one would. That sucker, he was on land when I seen him before he went down in the water. My phone shut off for some reason when I was in the middle of videotaping because I ran out of space. But that sucker would hit, if he hit me, if I stood up beside him, that sucker standing up would hit me about the knee. I'm a little over 7 foot. I'm not like 7'1" or anything. I'm like somewhere in between. I'm 7 foot. And probably about 26 inches to the knee. So you do the math. It's a big ass turtle. His shell was, God, 2 foot across from tip to tip, or more, and it was hilarious. And I want to get him out of there. He'd straighten this hook. No problem. I mean, he'd straighten this hook, and this is a 6/0 circle hook. He just straighten it, no problem. Y'all want to see a 4/0? Try to get the 4/0s out of here. I screwed up when I put this tackle box together. The 4/0 literally sets inside of a 6. That's kind of crazy. There's a 4 and there's a 6. Yeah, fairly good size. But anyhow, let's get to snelling these hooks. I'm going to use 50-pound monofilament because I actually don't want to lose my good. Come on, my braid came loose. Okay. I don't want to lose my good hooks if I don't have to. I'm going to get my hooks back. So don't be like, oh, you're never going to get your hooks back because they're going to be a turtle. No, I'm going to get my hooks back. For all you guys who are saying I do not do illegal stuff. I had a private message yesterday saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that illegal stuff." I tell you one thing, it's hard heck to snell these hooks with 50-pound line. Not easy. But somebody messaged me the other day and said, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing illegal stuff." And I sent a message back. So what am I doing that's illegal? So you're catching fish illegally. And kind of concerned me because I knew the bluegill law in West Virginia. They are technically a game fish, but there is fine print that protects us catfishermen. So yes, you can use them for bait. But I got a lot of controversy over this. The video never went up on YouTube, so that's why I'm stressing this now. The video never went up on YouTube. It actually never made it to YouTube. So I don't know why the guy was messaging me on YouTube because it was on my personal Facebook. Have yet to. I'm not gonna. Don't feel like asking how he knew my YouTube, or how he knew my YouTube from my personal Facebook, and how he knew my personal Facebook from my YouTube. So that's beside the point. But he did call me out, and he said, "I'm going to call the game warden. I'm going to show him the video." And I asked him, I said, "What in the video is illegal?" He said, You're catching bluegill and using them for bait. West Virginia, that's legal. Oh, perfect snelled hook, baby. 6/0. Not perfect. I shouldn't say it's perfect. Nothing's perfect. But I'll tell you one thing. This is nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yeah. Anybody get that little reference? Honestly, don't know where that came from. I just heard everyone say it the other day. So. Ew, it was a while back. And snell the hooks. Gotta love it. Snell hooks. Gotta love it. Actually, a little untaught, but that is 30-inch leader. Don't need, well, I do kind of need that much. Not really, but kind of do. So what we're going to do is we're going to. I can't take myself seriously. Get myself with these glasses. And loop. Okay. Jessie's working up a storm, so I might just let her out a second. Either that or Mom and Dad's back and she knows it. There we go. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. About 24-inch leader from this knot to the end of the snow, about 24 inches. And how to fix this problem with the long leader, long tag end. There we go. I'm only gonna make 2 of these right offhand, because that's all I'm gonna make right now. Because I don't know if they'll work. I don't know if I'm allowed to use them or not. But I don't. There's no real special regulations in West Virginia for turtle hooks. I do know there's specified regulations, but there's no like set regulations. Only the seasons. I know there's no specified regulations to say, but there is more regulation this way down through the shank. The way the shank holds your snell. I knew I did that wrong. I knew it. I knew it. That way your snell is hooked. I think your snell is stayed there. Just seat this. Just seat with the 50-pound. What you want to do is when you're seating your knot, I recommend you be smart, and because the 50-pound line is so big, I recommend you be smart about it. And as you snell your hooks, like as you pull that, it's gonna keep getting tighter. Like you know how it relaxed there a little bit. As you pull that, it's gonna keep getting tighter, and also cut it into your hands. You know, pop this down. Getting condensation. Getting condensation. That is a big word for me. It's a big word for West Virginia hillbilly. This is not going to be as long. Maybe. I'm just not going to be able to make it as big of loop in the end as I'd like to. Okay. I'm just going to do once through with this one. Where's my pliers? Where did they go? Where did they go? Pliers. Where did they go? Okay. It's kind of strange. I don't know where pliers went. Turtle. Shut. Where did they go? Shut. For God's sakes, the F1 handles. Shut. Oh. I'll hit him on top of the box over there. This through. Oh, crap. Yeah, this is not going to be as long if I have to keep doing this. Not going to be as long, but pull it real quick here. Put it down. Oh, Jeremy. I don't know if you're watching this, bud, or not, but I'm going to call Alexis in a second, or going to message her on Snapchat. I'm going to ask her if she's down there. I'm going to tell her, look you up while she's down there. Oh, no. Wrong one. I almost messed up. I was going to cut the main line. No. Cut your tag in. Cut the tag in. Okay. And those will standardly get tighter. But while I work with, I don't want to go anything under a 10-inch leader. Because if you get a big turtle, they'll get hooked in the mouth. They'll get hooked in the mouth right here, and they'll be able to take their paw or their arm, and they'll get against something, and they'll pop the line. And I don't like it. How close did I get? Oh, I got pretty dang close, guys. I got pretty dang close. I actually got a little bit longer on my one that I did this one, because I made a smaller loop on this one. But it's not too bad. I think this one's about 27 inches. Ouch! I got the barb stuck in my finger. Ouch! Alexis. I know Jeremy's down there. I'm gonna text Alexis from here. Oh, I had her on there for a second. Yay! United States. Crap. There we go. Why? I don't know. Okay. For some reason. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's a little weird. Okay. I guess Alexis is MIA right now because she is. Okay. Anyhow, there's my snelled hooks with the line for turtles. With my turtles set up right here. I actually have used before. Never really knew if it worked. Snelled in succession or succession, or I don't forget. It's like they're like this. You got the one hook, and then you got the other hook down from it with this. So instead of clipping off the tag end of this one, or you like snell this one like you were snelling it like this, and then you take another hook and you run down this and hook it right here on the. Oh, excuse me. You hook it like right there on the thing, and you go ahead and you run it down through and you snell it. But you snell it the opposite direction you did the other one. Catfishing trick. You'd snell it like that. It would actually hold on. But it is a catfishing trick. It's like this. Only this hook does not move. It is actually snelled on, like you'd snell this one. See, like how I kind of did it right there, but it is actually snelled on like this one is. So it's a quick little. Oh, and if you're gonna salvage the knot, take and you back this out, and it'll actually unwrap all your snell, or actually unwrap all the line that's wrapped around it. And it's real easy to salvage the line, salvage the rig, salvage everything. Usually, I like to do with this kind of hook and line setup. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I will take, on this one it'll work, I will take and I'll take an ounce weight with this type of setup, and I'll loop it through, pull it through like this right here. I'll take an ounce lead and I'll tie it on, but it's not like this. I'll actually tie it on, like loop it through like this, and I'll loop it around and through, and actually tie it on. And I'll tie it on the way the line here is straight up and down, but this is like, but this will be like sitting on the bottom. Like say this is the bottom. This will be sitting on the bottom, and this will be floating up, because everybody knows for some reason chicken liver floats. Kidding, but it actually does float a little bit. But just take it up there like this, and this will be weighted down solid, so this won't move until after they get the bait in their mouth. They'll be on the bottom too. They'll get their bait in the mouth, and they'll start pulling this, and then hopefully the weight hooks them in the mouth, or helps it hooks it in the mouth. And but this rig here also works for catfish. Only I'd move the leader, I'd move the weight down to just about right here. I'd move the weight down to just about right here. That way you have a little bit more leader to work with. And instead of using an ounce, depending on where I'm at, I would use up to 3 ounces of lead, because all of my poles will throw up to 8 ounces, or not 8 ounces. I think they'll throw up to like 6 effectively. So I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. I get, and I went to the catfish, or went to like down the dam. There's a bunch of guys down there doing catfish stuff, and I was enjoying every second of it. And I was asking them, I was like, "Oh, what do you do? What, just asking questions." And one guy goes, "Oh, we specialize in catfishing." And I was like, "You specialize in catfishing? What's true?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, we specialize in catfishing." Like, nice. And this right here is the rig he used. It's right here. Honest to God, this was the rig he used. This and this. He had 50-pound leader. That's what this was. He hooked this. He had this through a barrel swivel on this. You have this weight on it, and then this would set on the bottom, and your rig would just float all around with the, I think he was using live bluegill. And quick little hint here, if y'all want to, I don't think this is, yeah, this isn't. Do yourself a favor, especially if you're going to use chicken liver, for bait in either swift conditions, or you're going to use it in bank fishing situations with like chicken liver that hasn't been cured. Use some dental floss, just regular unscented dental floss. If you get scented, you can play around with scented, but don't get like anything that's like too pungent, or like too much of a scent that the catfish will like veer away from. I'll tell you what's actually kind of funny is I'm not claiming to be professional with this. I'm really not. The guys that were down there fishing, they took just regular dental floss. They actually just unfolded, pulled the dental floss off the reel, off the spool, or like not off the spool, but you know what I mean. Just pulled it off of the thing, and they stuck it in. They took the dental floss and they stuck it into garlic, like a garlic sauce. And I was like, what is that? And they told me, I was like, that's insane. But they soaked the straight dental floss in dental floss in garlic sauce. Well, tongue twister, say that 10 times fast. Garlic sauce, garlic sauce, floss, garlic sauce. I can't even say it a couple times. But they soaked it in that, and it took on a garlic smell. And they said, oh yeah, it takes on a garlic flavor too. And I wasn't gonna take it. So I wasn't, no. But they also soak it in chicken liver, like the juices and like the water and stuff. But it's taking on chicken liver smell and flavor, I guess. So they also soaked in the chicken liver. So they took on the chicken liver color, so you don't have a white sticking out in the on the bait. And they just wrapped it. They took it out. They just, instead of how we always just break off a piece and then wrap it, sometimes they just took it, like hooked it like this, and just wrapped it. They just kept going around and around and around with it up the chicken liver. And I asked them if it worked, and they said, we don't know, we're just going to try it this time. And I actually had to leave before I got a chance to see if it did work. Because they weren't going to reel in their rigs just to show me if the chicken liver stayed on the freaking hook. Ooh. Chicken liver stayed on the hook. I know that because I actually have used dental floss to keep chicken liver on the hook. But I didn't know if it like helped with the hookup ratio or what have you. So this is my rigs. This is how I roll. This is how I do things. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks. If you're new to the channel, please comment. Tell me you're new. Just hit up a link or hit up a video or something. I don't know. But like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how I did. Was it okay? Was it okay? Was it bad? Mediocre? Just if it's like this, like if you're like right in the middle, whichever one it leans more toward, just round up. If you're this way, round up to this. If you're this way, just keep it this way. See you guys later. Oh, one more thing. Like, comment. Said that already. What are we doing? What am I saying? Yeah. I've got a few pretty cool things planned. I've got a couple YouTubers I'm trying to get connected with here. Somewhere. I'm actually just going to do this real quick here. Going to share this. I'm going to share this. I don't know if it'll record my whoa. Okay, it is. Okay, I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to show you guys. This is my version of what I'm seeing. So I'm going to pull this down, There goes everything on there. Go to my channel. Or for you, you go to subscriptions, go out there, find me. Over here in the featured channels, I'm actually going to put, well, yeah, go check out Trapper Cody if you haven't already, if you're new to this. But in this channel, I'm going to add a new YouTuber that I'm probably going to be collaborating with, doing a few videos on. He's a small channel like me. I think he's got 18 subs right now. Actually, I'll actually just go ahead and look him up here. Just going to go ahead and look him up real quick here. Pull this out. Pull this out of my hand in. But yeah, I'm going to look him up real quick here. And I'm going to show you guys some love here. Give him some love. Okay. Okay. I can't get to. There it is. TTJ Outdoors. Boom! There it is. Don't know if you guys are still seeing this or not. Don't know if you guys can. You see it? Of course you can.